Hey, my good friends, how are you doing today? Again, let me know. Do you like my setup? Do you like my live videos? I'm trying to do these more often. And I'm going to do a regular review after this one. Don't get me wrong. I just really like doing things live. It's a little bit more laid back. I get to connect with y'all, build a little bit more friendship, maybe build up the fragrance community a little bit, all those good things. So I'm 100% here for y'all and 100% with y'all. So I hope that you like this format. Let me know if it's working for you, if it's something you like and something you enjoy, because I certainly do like to do this. And in 100% full transparency, of course, these were sent to me by the company, but I'm not obligated, of course, to say anything, and in no way am I ever paid. I've never been paid by any company to say anything. So 100% honesty here. Um, I saw some people dip in and dip out. Today we're talking about Andromidas Curse, a brand new indie brand. Have you heard about them? Are you excited to hear more about them? Um, Let me talk about this brand a little bit. They're inspired by witchcraft, of course. They're inspired by witches and warlocks and that kind of thing. They have different collections. They have some based on the planets. They have a few that's based off, let me see here, major arcana. So I think that might be based on maybe constellations and the like. But let's look at this house here, Andromeda's Curse, a brand new brand. Especially if you're always the person who lives Halloween 24/7. You also might look quite like this brand, of course, too. And don't forget, if you this brand does sound interesting to you, I'm not affiliated and I don't get any kickback, but there's a 10% off discount code called Spectral. So use that at checkout. Let's jump into this house. Let's see what we got here. The first one is called Temperance. This one has morning dew on green grasses, overgrown lavender, slightly muddy dirt, and tomato leaves. There's a certain incense and a certain aldehyde that comes through with these fragrances, Temperance. So this one's not bad. It's quite nice. It's morning dew on green grasses. I like that smell. I kind of like it, but there is this aldehydic quality in a lot of the fragrances. This interesting, like almost like sharp cotton-like quality. Overgrown lavender. I like the idea of that. Slightly muddy dirt and tomato leaves. This is probably one of the more herbal fragrances that I've ever enjoyed. I'm not a big fan of herbal fragrances a lot of the time, but this one has kind of like a interesting blend of grassiness and incense and herbal qualities. Temperance, I do like it, and I think it might grow on me, but it's not exactly a love from the beginning. Hey, everybody who's stopping in. How are you doing today? What's your sense of the day? All those good questions. Today, I'm just introducing the House of Andromeda's Curse to you. They're a new indie house that I wanted to share with you today. I wanted to showcase this brand to you. The next one is called Phoenix. It's bergamot black tea, labdanum, frankincense, and myrrh. They use a lot of incense in their fragrances. Incense comes through in a big way, even if it's not listed. That's probably the labdanum coming through, and the frankincense and the myrrh, of course. It's nice. It's not a bad fragrance. I think it has a lot of incense. I'm not sure if this is going to have much of a base. The dry down, the weight of the fragrance as it dries down, I don't think it's going to become any deeper or heavier. I think it's going to become even lighter. So I'm not sure about this fragrance. I feel like with the tone of it, maybe it needed some black currant, and maybe it needed something in the dry down that was a little dark as well. Mm-mm. I'm not sure what that would be. Hmm. It's interesting. It's not very sweet. It's not very playful exactly, but it's nice. It's not a bad fragrance. Let's jump to another one. Again, I'm kind of showing some of the ones I don't love the most exactly. The first, at first, I have some of them that I really do like. Trust me, some of them are nice. The next one is Pluto. This one's incense, Nag Champa, dragon's blood, agar wood, amber, sandalwood, Egyptian musk. If you're not familiar with dragon's blood, it's a certain type of incense. It's not, of course, real dragon. It's a certain type of incense, and Nag Champa is one of the signature ingredients in those incense sticks. If you ever buy higher quality incense sticks, they often their base ingredient. One of the reasons they smell so nice is because of Nag Champa. If you're buying the higher quality incense sticks, especially from India, so this is a very incensey fragrance as well. It's not bad. It's a little bit more of a mellow incense. It's a little bit more easygoing. I don't want to say it's leathery. It's probably because of the sandalwood coming through. I don't pick up on a lot of the agar wood or the oud at all, and so it's not oudy to me. The Egyptian musk is nice. I think Pluto might grow on me a little bit, but I don't exactly love it. Again, let me jump to one of the ones I love. Let me showcase some of the things that they got, some of the good stuff. This one is Beast of Blood. This one's a little bit more masculine, and when I smelled it, it grabbed me. It grabbed me by the horns, and I love this stuff. This one is Wormwood, Dragon's Blood, Agarwood, Oak Moss, and Luxurious Cashmere. So, just think of Beauty and the Beast. Maybe the Beast is wearing a luxurious leather coat. Very masculine. I like it. Maybe I like wormwood. I've never encountered a lot of wormwood. I know it's a sour wood. The oak moss isn't overbearing. It's not a green fragrance here. Um, and I love cashmere. Y'all know I love leather. Y'all know I'm a big fan of leather. So Beast of Blood is very much, I think, masculine or very confident. I think it's very well done. It's going to become one of my more favorite fragrances over time, I think. It has a lot of character. Let's see here. Hey, brother, sound is coming in muffled. Is there something against the speaker? Let me see if I can't improve it. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry about that, my friend. Always let me know if there's a problem. Is it better now? I'm sorry about that. Is that better now with the audio? Can you hear me at all, Dean? Oh, okay, it's better. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I have a setup, and sometimes it gets caught up on stuff a little bit. I have to keep the tension right with it. So, how you doing, Dean? Thank you so much. If you're the Dean, who I think you are, I messaged you, and I'm sorry about the delay and all that with emailing you. I just had a lot been on my mind, and I'm very sorry about that. So I did message you back. I email you back. The next, and again, Beast of Blood is really nice, but it's quite confident. If you're a lady, I don't know if you would enjoy that fragrance. No worries. I'll get back to you today. Okay. I appreciate that, my friend. We get that ball rolling. The next one is called Ori. This one's pink pepper, plum, fall leaves, dirt, patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. This one's not bad. It's not bad at all, but the tone doesn't work for me. It's kind of the opposite of Beast of Blood. Beast of Blood is aggressive, masculine, bold. Maybe it's like a vampire on the hunt. Ori is a little bit more laid back. It has that plum, fallen leaves, and dirt, and a calm patchouli, and the sandalwood and the musk. This one's like brooding and easy to wear. This one is probably one of the more mass appealing ones. I feel like plum in a fragrance makes a fragrance so wearable. For me, plum is so inviting, and it makes just about any fragrance, easy to approach. To my nose, that's how it comes across. Plum is so nice. Fragrance Dog says hello. How you doing, Fragrance Dog? I appreciate your work, and I appreciate the work you're doing. You know that I support you, man. And you're on the grind too. You're trying to do your best work and live your best life, and I appreciate you for that. I'm going to share one. And of course, you have fragrances from fragrance houses that you love and some that you dislike. And I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all about, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't hate the fragrance. I'm not against it. But it's just not one that I exactly love from the collection. And everybody's going to have their own likes and dislikes in fragrances and perfumery and everything in the world. This one is called Tassomancy, and it has notes of neroli, bergamot tea, mahogany, incense, cedarwood, amber, and myrrh. This one has an undeniable, to me, almost like chamomile, almost like white floral, sharp, almost like spiciness. That aldehydic spiciness, especially with yellow florals, to me is one of the worst things to my nose. I don't do yellow aldehydes at all in fragrances. Things like Chanel Number Five to me are quite unpleasant. So Tassomancy, I'm not sure if it's because they're using a certain synthetic note for like a white jasmine tea. Maybe it's the neroli, or maybe it's a certain type of incense they're using. Um, this one's not for me. It's just not, and there's no getting around it. Tassomancy does just not work for me. But there's a few of them that are quite nice. I like the Beast of Blood. Let's showcase some of the ones I do like. Let's talk about some of these that are great, and I saved these to the very end because they're good. Fragrance Dog says, "I'm okay. I hope you are too. Yesterday, you looked like you weren't in such a good mood." I was doing pretty good. I was out in the cold a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sick, but it's been kind of cold around here, and I didn't get as much sleep. I haven't been getting as much sleep. It was a big thunderstorm again last night, so a little sensitive to the flashes of thunder and all that. So again, Bat Orchid, if I haven't shared that one with you, this one has notes of jasmines, wood, orchid, tea, incense, oak moss, heliotrope, sandalwood, patchouli, and vanilla. I feel like this one has a little bit more of a feminine tone to it. I think that ladies, I think that you would like Bat Orchid. I think that you would enjoy it. It has orchid, it has tea, incense, jasmine, vanilla. Heliotrope is actually one of my favorite florals if it's used in the right way. It adds this interesting, almost almond-like floral quality to a composition. Heliotrope can be quite nice, and it has sandalwood. When they use patchouli, most of these fragrances, the patchouli isn't very heavy, and I like that the patchouli isn't really heavy in some of these because it might just change the composition too much. Might not be the best thing. I'm happy that you're doing good, Fragrance Dog. Strength is the next one I'm going to share with y'all. This one has notes of coffee, brown sugar, coumarin, marshmallow, chocolate, vanilla frosting. So we know that this is the gourmand of the bunch. We know that this is a great, it's going to be a gourmand. This one's gorgeous. I quite like it. It's a little bit linear. The coumarin doesn't, I'm happy that the coumarin doesn't come out in a big way. Coumarin can smell almost like dry and almost patchouli-like, but also have a animalic musk aspect to it. And I'm happy that the coumarin doesn't come through in a big way. The brown sugar doesn't make a big fuss. To me, it's mostly like a coffee fragrance and chocolate. And of course, those are big dominant notes in a composition. Those always grab a lot of attention. To me, the coffee always is always a big dominant note, and it might be a little bit stronger in this composition, but they're pretty well balanced. The coffee and the chocolate. It's not an overtly coffee heavy fragrance, and when coffee dominates a composition, to me, it just usually doesn't work out very well. So overall, this is a very, very nice fragrance. I like the feel of the vanilla frosting and the marshmallow, adding this certain smooth and this certain vanilla-like texture in the background. So strength is really a really nice gourmand. And as far as coffee heavy fragrances go, this is one of the better coffee fragrances that I've ever tried. I've tried quite a few coffee fragrances. Some of them, the coffee is just very weak and you really can't detect it at all. And sometimes the coffee is way overbearing. The coffee is very strong. It smells very strong, fresh out of the coffee maker, and it really dominates the composition. Strength is really nice. I think it's very well done. If you're a gourmand lover, I think you would be pleased with that. And I'm really surprised coming out of this brand that these aren't really as hard as to wear. Or, I mean, they're definitely artistic. They definitely have a good inspiration behind the brand. But these aren't as daring or as strange as I thought as they might be. The next one is Chimera. I want to share with y'all. Chimera, little guy here. I'm sure y'all are familiar with. I think it's with Greek mythology. This one's chocolate, Palo Santo, violet, cinnamon, patchouli, Egyptian musk, and vanilla. This one is a little bit more of a gourmand, I suppose you could say, with the chocolate and the cinnamon and the vanilla as well. To me, this one has a little bit more of an incense quality, The violet definitely comes out, showing its face and changing the tone of the composition completely. Um, it's nice. It to me almost has this like sheer white quality about it, and it does have a little bit more sharpness behind it. I do like this one, but I don't like it as much as I do its strength. It's nice. Have you seen my latest video, new releases of 2020 Volume 1? I'm not sure if I have. I need to catch up on your content. Um, I I don't know if I've seen it, and I got to catch up though. I try to stay up to tune with all the fragrance reviewers and support just about everybody out there. So I think I've shared all about almost all of them except the last one here. This one is called Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli has notes of eucalyptus, spearmint, peppermint, ginger, and lemongrass. This is a little bit more expensive than their normal stuff. This stuff does smell a little bit like essential oil. It's probably more natural, and they put like a real semi-precious stones in there. That's lapis lazuli, and I really like this fragrance. It's a little bit light. It's a little bit inoffensive. It's not going to last very long, at least as far as I can tell. And all of these are mostly top notes. Eucalyptus, if you're not familiar with eucalyptus, it has a little bit of greenness to it, but it's a watery type of herbal note. Spearmint, you know what spearmint and peppermint are like. Ginger is more of a, has almost like a tea-like, fresh, spicy nuance. It's more of a fresh note, and lemongrass adds a little bit of balminess and a little bit of oiliness, and of course has that lemon-like texture. Overall, this is a very nice, fresh, easy-to-wear spring fragrance. Um, you know, I don't know if they could improve on this anymore and make it longer lasting, but I really like the smell. I think it's more natural. This is honestly almost like it doesn't smell like Hermes with the vetiver at all. But this smells more like an Hermes style fragrance, using those herbaceous notes, using those natural ingredients, making a very fresh, almost happy accord, a very happy feeling fragrance. So Lapis Lazuli is a winner. I'm very happy to try this one. Very happy that they sent me these my way. They're very generous to do this. They didn't have to. They're very good people to do this. Have you seen my... Okay, and scent of the day is Desire Toxic by Makaliv. I want that fragrance so bad. I see their commercials. I want that fragrance so bad. What do you think about it? Have you reviewed that fragrance? I'm not sure if I've seen your review of that fragrance. Daniel T says scent of the day is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Always a great choice, inoffensive, kind of a charmer of a fragrance. It's clean. It's very well done. That's a great fragrance, especially on the discounts for about 20 bucks or so. You can't go wrong with that one. Christian M says scent of the day is Royal Cambodian Oud, aged 7 years by private distillery. Oh my goodness, that sounds exotic. That sounds special, my friend. Daniel T says very good scent. Yes, very nice choice. My friends, I gotta go. This is my first impressions of the House of Andromidas Curse. I'm gonna do individual reviews of these in the future. Again, I'm so grateful to this house and for them for working with me. Again, you can check out the brand Andromidas Curse. I'm not affiliated. I don't get any kickback. They threw this, in there. I think everybody can get this if you make a purchase. It's a 10% off discount code, and it's called Spectral. So if you want to check out this brand, if you're interested, use Spectral at discount for 10% off. This is a nice brand overall. I thought that some of their fragrances might be more daring. I thought that they might be hard to wear, but they're actually not that hard to wear. Yes, the incense does come through with some of them to my nose in a big way, and sometimes the incense comes through in some of them in a big way, kind of overpowers the composition. But again, Bad Orchid is wonderful. Strength is highly recommended. Temperance is really interesting, and so is Chimera. I've never smelled anything like Chimera. It's quite an interesting, different fragrance. And again, sometimes it's hard to find those masculine, strong fragrances, those fragrances that really just grab you by the throat. And Beast of Blood is, to me, a really refreshing fragrance, because I do tend to lean towards more masculine fragrances a lot of the time. So, Very nice fragrances, very nice creations. If I had to say my most disliked fragrances from the bunch, it probably is um, Uranus and I don't know, probably Tassomancy. I don't know why, but Tassomancy has a very almost aldehydic incensey type quality that I cannot get over. It might be the neroli and the tea, and a lot, maybe too much incense in Tassomancy. But anyways, thank you for being here, my friends. Thank you for standing by and sticking with me through thick and thin. I know that I'm interested to know if you like me reviewing indie fragrances. Do you like indie fragrances? I want to create the content y'all want. Are you more interested in designer niche fragrances? I have a lot of niche fragrances and a lot of other videos I could do. Fun, creative topics. I have a lot of top things I could do. So let me know what you'd want. Feel free to reach out and start a conversation on my Facebook group, Centaur Fragrance Family. And please reach out to me on my Instagram, Centaur_fragrance. I have an Instagram page. It's actually growing really well. I love Instagram. It's a great place to be. I love the platform. It's easy to use. Instagram, in a lot of ways, is kind of my preferred platform these days. So please check me out. I look forward to meeting y'all and maybe getting to know y'all as a friend. If you ever have any fragrance questions, you want any fragrance suggestions or anything else, feel free to message me. I'm very happy to get to know y'all. And in the comment section below, let me know what you think about this house. Let me know if you have any more thoughts. And again, you can find them through Etsy. They do. I think they might have a website, but I think they're primarily on Etsy. Andromidas Curse. Um, Valley Vaughn says hello. Y'all all stopped in at the very end of my video. I really like him, Fragrance Dog says. Thank you. And Christian M. Yeah. I'll see y'all next time. And Valley Vaughn, you stopped in at the end of the video. Hopefully you can watch the replay. I'll see y'all next time. This is Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance channel. Thank you for all of your love and your support, and all of y'all for the friendship, building the fragrance community up. That's what I'm here for. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, my friends. Wear what you love and rock what you got. I'll see ya. Bye.